Hey guys, what's up? It's Amena. So today I'm going to be answering the question, do you feel more Sudanese or do you feel more American? So I actually got this idea from Hind Al-Haj. She did a video basically saying, do you feel more British or Sudanese? Now obviously, since I'm American, I'm gonna be doing, do you feel more American or Sudanese? I was born in Tucson, Arizona, which makes me a first generation American. However, even though I was born in the United States and raised in the United States, at home we have the traditional Sudanese culture. It's kind of funny because I've gotten questions. People will ask me things like, so are you Sudanese or are you American? Are you only Sudanese when it's convenient for you and American when it's convenient for you? Why do you care what Sudanese people think if you live here in the United States? Why are you acting so American? You're Sudanese. You sound like you have an identity crisis. Are you confused? Do you live a double life? Honestly, I think the confusion comes because people always feel like you have to choose a side. It's like, no, you can't be in the middle. You just have to choose one or the other. And I don't agree with that at all. I take the good from the American culture and I take the good from the Sudanese culture. Obviously, every culture has good and bad in it. The best way for me to explain it is to just give you examples. So I'm just gonna tell you guys like one thing that I like and don't like about both cultures.
Let's start off with the American culture.
One thing that I do not like, I mean, this annoys me more than anything. The American culture is very, very open here. There's pretty much nothing off limit. I'm not gonna go into detail about the topics. Like, you can kind of catch my drift on what I'm talking about. Friends talk about it amongst themselves and you see it on TV and you see it out in public. Like, a lot of things like that would just never happen in Sudan. You know, just a lot of things I feel should just be kept private, and it's not here in the US. So in that regards, I definitely relate much more to the Sudanese culture, and I'm just like, yo, if it's something personal, keep it private. One thing that I don't like about the Sudanese culture is the double standard. And I know it exists everywhere in the world. However, in Sudan, it's like on a whole nother level. For example, like a guy can go out and do something bad. It's okay, like nobody cares because he's a man and he can do that. However, if a woman does something, it's like 10 times worse and everybody's like, oh, she's just gilad adab and bringing shame to the family. It's like, the man is doing the exact same thing, maybe even worse, but nobody ever says anything to him. It's just always that attitude of like, oh, well, yeah, he's a man, so he can do that.
Okay.
And I don't agree with that at all. It's funny because that is actually one thing that I struggled with when I went to Sudan at first. Like, I was running around trying to act like a man there. You know, I just had to learn to sort of accept that's what the culture is, even though I don't agree with it, and be respectful. There is a way to disagree and be respectful. I know a lot of people in the comment section don't know that, but there is. One thing that I like about the American culture is definitely the freedom.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares!
It's not that easy in Sudan. This kind of ties into what I was just saying before about the whole like male dominance thing. There was one time where I wanted to go to the dukkan, which means store, and it was literally just like down the street. It's just a walking distance away, and the sun had just set. So I told my family like, hey family, I'm gonna go down to the store, pick up some mango juice, you know? Feeling thirsty. So so my family is like, okay, yeah, well, take your cousin with you. I didn't understand it because I was just like, I know you guys are worried about my safety, like the sun just went down, but my cousin's 8 years old. He's 8 years old. Like, what is he gonna do? I have a better chance of fighting off anyone by myself. But I guess it just goes back to that whole thing that like having just some sort of male figure with you is better than a woman being out by herself. You know, it just doesn't look good. I want to be careful here and not speak for every single Sudanese family. I'm just speaking for my own family. One thing that I love about the Sudanese culture is the hospitality. I just feel like here a lot of people are so tied in their own lives and everyone is separated and everyone's too busy and you get lonely here. Now, I know somebody's gonna say like, oh, obviously that's because your family's in Sudan, but no, I'm just talking about the cultures in general. Like, the American culture is very self-sufficient. You can do things by yourself here very easily. So in that regards, it's almost like, you know, I can do it by myself. Why do I need other people? But in Sudan, I feel like you rely much more on other people, so you're kind of forced to be with people. So anyways, I can go on, but you guys get the point. Back to the question, do you feel more Sudanese or do you feel more American? And I feel like the answer is different for everybody. There's some first generation people that retain more of their original country than others. It honestly just depends on how you were raised. I don't feel more Sudanese or more American. However, I do take the best from both cultures. I take the best from the Sudanese culture and I take the best from the American culture. And that is who I am. And honestly, the more cultures that I experience, the more I'm gonna take from those cultures and make myself a better person. I truly believe that some of the most wise people in this world are those that have experienced more than one culture. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it and I will see you in my next video. Bye!